One thing every single creator has to go through on YouTube is developing their style. How do they talk to the camera? How do they interact with the audience? How do they present themselves? And a lot of that kind of stuff. How can you best do that and find your style? I got a couple tips for you coming up right after this. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and it is Thursday, which means it's time to do some YouTube Q&A with you guys like we do every single week here on Video Creators. Dylan T. Garden tweeted me and asked this. Could you possibly make a video to help out myself and possibly many others? Topic is how to find your style for videos. Yeah, great question, because not everyone's style always stays the same either. Like, it can change over time, and sometimes it has to in order to keep your audience engaged and fresh. So one thing, if you're first starting out, I would recommend is to emulate and imitate some of the YouTube creators that you most look up to, that you admire, and that you kind of feel like your content fits into their genre somehow. So just to be completely honest, when I started making news update type related videos, I took a lot of my cues from Philip DeFranco. I've been watching him for a long time, and I watched what he did, what worked well for him, and what I liked and didn't like, and I just started kind of just basically imitating Philip DeFranco, and then my style just kind of evolved out of there. So sometimes that can be helpful just to get a starting point. But the second point is, like I've already said though, is you do have to continue to evolve your style from there. Your personality is different than anyone else's personality on the internet or in the entire world. So just because something works for Phil DeFranco doesn't mean that I need to be exactly like him, or that you need to be exactly like any other creator that you look up to and admire. Number three, and I think this is most important, is that it really does just take time. You have to keep experimenting. You have to keep practicing different things. You have to just keep going with it until the real natural you can just easily flow out without even having to think about it. But that doesn't come just from like one or two videos. It comes from time. And that's why I feel like those of you guys who have a small audience and you're just starting out on YouTube, that's actually like a gift to you, because you can experiment, you can find your style in front of like a small audience, and then once you kind of find your style, you're in your rhythm, in your groove, that's when it'll be better for you to start growing a bigger audience, rather than just failing and trying all those experiments in front of a lot of people that'll eventually just leave you after that. And I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. What ways have you found have really been helpful for you to kind of discover your style and your personality on camera and how you talk and present yourself and all of that? And the rest of you, read what other people are writing down there. I know I am definitely going to be watching, because I do learn from you guys. I know I say that every video, but it really is true. I really do learn a lot from you. That's why I love this community here, because I feel like I benefit just as much from these videos, from what you guys say, as hopefully you guys benefit from watching. And if this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe, because every Thursday we do YouTube Q&A just like this. We give you guys tips on Wednesdays and news updates on Tuesdays, all to help you grow your channels and your audience, so that the people who need to hear the message that you are spreading can find you, become a part of YouTube channel's community, and hopefully have their lives be changed as a result. So thank you for letting me be such a small part of that. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye.